The pro players are using the Snake Bracelet on the Barbarian King in hard mode. Let's take a look at their hits. The match is underway. Sup Meow in with the first attack of the match. We've got the new Sneezy pet on the Grand Warden, so we'll see how that does. But first we're going to start with the Spirit Walk Royal Champion from the bottom right side of the base. Alright, making our way in. She'll grab the air defense. And she'll move up to the Expo, and I think she goes to the Monolith after that. Alright, pretty much everything upgraded already here for Yada's base. Oh, she doesn't go to the Monolith, she goes to the Archer Tower, okay. Next Invis down, that's going to push her to the Scatter Shot. She'll continue her way into the base. Her Invis making everything invisible there. I think he's trying to push her to the Town Halls. Looks like what she's trying to do. Alright. Lots of Invis coming in. Pops that haste. RC going quickly. She's got 6 Invis still left to use. Look at this pathing for the Royal Champion. She's going all the way into the middle of the base. And the Town Hall goes down. Still with 4 Invis left to spare. So grabs the other Fire Spitter. The Royal Champion still rolling through the base. Oh my goodness. What a charge from the RC. There's going to be nothing left after this one. This is one of the best RC charges I think we've seen. Down goes the multi-archer tower. She's not done yet. She's going for the scatter shot. Hits the Giga Bomb. Last Invis is in. Can she finish off the scatter shot? Yes, she can. Alright. Oh my goodness. The core is completely obliterated. The RC got almost everything off the base. Now let's see if Sup Meow can clean it up for a 3-star. That was a nasty RC charge there. He's gonna go. He's got the Snake Bracelet on the King. Got a bunch of dragons from the bottom side of the base with the Warden and the Prince. An Inferno Dragon up there helping to support the heroes. Or I guess it's just the King over there. Okay, with the Siege Barracks, of course. Dragon's still pushing along. We got some rocket balloons on the top side trying to cut the funnel and push the dragons. Well, I guess there's not really a way to push the dragons into the base because there's nothing in the base. They're just going to be staying around the outside anyway. Does pick up that air defense, though, which does help out quite a bit. I don't know if we're going to get to see Sneezy go mad, but we do have the little ghosts so that it spawns. They're in there helping out. Still have the Warden's ability to use as well. This is looking really good here for Sup Meow. What a start to this match. This base is looking absolutely crushed. Alright. Everything's still going. We got super minions out of the Siege Barracks. Dragons still pushing their way through. Pops a super late Warden's ability. The only thing that could even stop this attack would be the geared up cannon, but there's so many dragons still left alive. With the Prince, with the Warden, this is absolutely demolished. Beautiful start here for Boom Academy against the Na'Vi. Look at all that. I don't even know if he lost any dragons in that attack. That's crazy. Very nicely done. I'll bring in the Root Riders. Anything unusual on the equipment? I forgot to check the Prince equipment on the last attack. I don't know if he was running the new one or not, but we go with this one. We got a Flame Flinger from the bottom side of the base. We're going to start that Spirit Walk from 12 o'clock. Here we go. Not as big of a Spirit Walk this time. Not as many Invis and a Recall. So we want to keep that Royal Champion alive. Pull her out of there and put her back in with the Root Riders. Nice Invis as the Royal Champion moves over to the left. She's going to move over and grab that Fire Spitter. Alright. Next Invis is down perfectly. Working on the Fire Spitter now. She'll move over to the Expo and the Wizard Tower. There she goes. Next Invis. Alright, so far so good. Go the Recall. Yoinks her out of there. Nice big chunk of the base out of the way for the Royal Champion. Flameblinger still cleaning up the bottom corner. Here we go with the Root Riders from the left. So that Flameflinger is going to push them in towards the core. Should get most of those defenses down anyway by the time they get there. Royal Champion's back in. Looks like we got an Ice Golem in the mix. Everything making its way through. Queen working on the outside buildings to make sure these roots don't bounce out. Alright. Pop that Warden's ability here shortly, I would imagine. Lots of damage coming in. He is being very patient with it. More Town Hall shots coming down. The King's going to have to go to ability here. There's the Warden's ability that actually holds on to the King's ability for a little bit longer. Alright, there we go. He pops the King's ability here. That opens up to the Town Hall. Looks like we have Ice Golems on defense, freezing things up. Yeti's out of the Flame Blinger from the bottom side of the base. Got Valkyries, Root Riders still making their way through the core. Freeze on the top side of the base. Headhunters for the enemy Queen. But so far, so good. Actually, not a whole lot of the base left to go. The queen still has her ability, still has another invis to use here, which he could use to keep the RC alive or for something else. Looks like he's going to let her go down. We still have an ice golem left alive. The man's not doing any tanking. It's not good for the ice golems to keep on living. They're supposed to be taking the damage. Alright. Riders open up the wall here, but they do go down, but at least they give access to the king and the yetis to make their way into this last compartment. We've got the Expo and the multi-archer tower still to get through. A yeti hitting a spring trap, not the best thing in the world. Pops the queen's ability. We got some healers coming out, and he's got it. He's got the tornado trap here, but the yeti mites help get through the Expo, and that's going to be a triple from Yada. Very nicely done, and Na'Vi matched the 3-star that Boom Academy put up. Beautifully done. Here we go with the next attack from Boom Academy. It's going to be a rocket balloon attack. It is going to be a fireball here. Okay. See where he's going to set it up. 6 invis. Couple of balloons on the bottom left, bottom right. Okay. Rocket balloons as well. Clearly going from the bottom with the blimp. We do have the flame flinger from the left side. He took out the mortar with some balloons over there as well so that it didn't take any damage. Couple of Teslas here. He's going to go with a bunch of invis right off the bat. Here we go. The fireball goes in. It does make it into the clan castle compartment. Takes it down. Takes down 2 scatter shots as well. Nicely done. Getting the fireball exactly where he wanted it. Alright. Good start here for Boom Academy. I can't read his name. Oh, he needs a rage or something. That warden. Oh my goodness. The warden is dead. The rage was too late. Oh no. Just when it was starting off so well, the warden took way too much damage there. Alright, well. Also swagged a rage just because the rage was a little bit too late and the healers couldn't keep up. Okay. A little bit of a mishap. See if he can recover. Ice Golem gonna free some things up as the queen charge makes its way in. I mean, at least this is one way we can get to see a queen charge. Alright. Which way is she gonna go? I think she goes left. Yeah, there she goes. Queen gonna go left. She's got the golem there. Hopefully it'll get out in front of her and do a little bit of tanking. In the meantime, we got a headhunter moving in with Barbarian King. I wasn't even sure what that was. That king skin that makes him so tiny, it's confusing sometimes. Alright. He's still pushing through. King's still doing his thing on the top side of the base. The giant gauntlet just makes that king regular sized in that skin from Squad Busters. Now he's tiny again. Just looks like a regular troop. Golemites moving over to the left, tanking that single Inferno for a little bit as the queen makes her way over. Got the Apprentice Warden and the queen working on the single with the Monolith. Look at this. He's just going to switch it up and do a big queen charge. I like it. I mean, it obviously wasn't the plan, but hey, we get to see a queen charge out of it. Now she's going to make her way into the town hall. She's going to take down the spell tower first and then push in with the jump spell. Royal Champion from the top side with a rocket spear, making her way through. Queen pops her ability. He did drop in the invis there. And at least gets the damage off her. Down goes the town hall, making her way to the back side of the base. We got the enemy prince. 20 seconds on the clock. I think his biggest factor here is obviously going to be time. Rocket balloon from the top side of the base. He's got nothing else to drop in. Only 12 seconds left to go. I don't think he's got enough time to get through everything. And the queen is beating a wall. So it's up to the Royal Champion. But 5 seconds is not nearly enough. Very nice try. Good save as well. But it is going to be a defense for Na'Vi. Coming in with the dragons. We do have the Angry Jelly on the queen. Royal Champion to start off with her Spirit Walk. Take a quick look at the hero equipment. He does not have the new Prince equipment attached. Alright, let's see how much... Oh man, that RC took an absolute beating there. She's already lost her Fox as well, so he's got to go with a back-to-back invis here. Okay. Takes down the cannon. RC with another invis. Got to go for the Expo. Losing the Fox means she's not going to get as much value as she would have otherwise, and she dies anyway. Oh, it's off to a rocky start here for Gaku. A couple of rocket balloons take down the air defense on the left side. Baby Dragon to set the funnel. Dragons are in from the bottom left. The Queen's in from the top right. And here we go. A little bit of a mishap here for Gaku now. Let's see if he can recover. Got the blimp over the top. Still have 6 invis to do something with. He's going to rage into the core for whatever is in the blimp. I think there's a rule against using the Super Yeti because we haven't been seeing it. So just a regular Yeti bomb here. Okay. Dragons still making their way through. Got a few dragons on the bottom side, taking out the storage. I wonder if he's going to use an invis for those and get him to the monolith. Nope. Okay, this is fizzling out big time. This is looking kind of rough. Yeah, there's so much base left to get through, and he has almost nothing left to use. It's going to be a big defense for Boom Academy after their little slip up in the last attack, so they're going to be feeling good about this. Prince go next attack. See if he can take advantage of the defense. It looks like it's going to be another fireball attack. Okay. Take a look at the other equipment. Nothing too crazy here. Here we go. We're just going to start off with some invis on the left side of the base. Earthquake's in. Quick, simple fireball. Gets it on target where it needs to be. Now just keep the warden alive and you'll be in good shape. Alright. Couple of rocket balloons early from the bottom left side. Takes out the multi-mortar and another defense there that I didn't see. And then we're going to start the Flame Flinger. Seems like the Flame Flinger popularity is going back up. It kind of stopped being used for a bit, but today and I think in the last stream we started to see it being used a bit more, which is good. It's nice to have a little bit more variety in the siege machines again. Not that the variety was ever too bad. Couple of rocket balloons from the top side. Warden's still going. Going to take out the air defense. It's going to send in an Electro Dragon from the top right. Try to chain through some of these defenses. Okay. Queen in. She's going to go with the Warden. Electro Dragon's still trying to go. Ideally going to get that cannon either down or damaged. Wall break in. Ice Golem, he's just slow rolling it. We get the king coming in as well. Another wall break for the storage compartment. Opens up perfectly. The king can walk straight in. The Electro Dragon did go down. It didn't really get a whole lot, but it did set the funnel to make sure these heroes go down in towards the town hall. Flame Flinger still going on the left side. Alright. Got the Royal Champion. The Ice Golem over there is going to freeze up the multi-archer tower. Keep some of that damage off the RC and the Fox while they're visible. Perfect timing there. Skelly Spell on the bottom right is going to distract the king and the Ricochet Cannon. Hopefully the RC can get in there. We do have some Headhunters for the enemy king. Another Skelly Spell should distract the Monolith and the Prince as well. Alright, Headhunters help take down the enemy king. And he is tanky. Takes a lot of hits to go down. Rocket Balloons coming in to help support the RC. Town Hall did get secured by the heroes. We do still have the Queen's ability. Freeze, Invis in the bag to use. Finally, the Flame Flinger opens up. Super Minions coming out of there to take down the enemy Queen. Did a little bit of damage on this backside as well. RC still going. Working on taking down the Prince. Another Invis for her. Alright, enemy Prince doesn't quite go down. He sneaks his way into the Invis with the champion. Down she goes. Oh man, that Prince on the backside is staying alive here. See if that baby dragon can finish him off. No, I don't think so. He's not going to target him. And this one is going to fall short. I don't even know what happened to the queen. Last I looked, she still had ability, but she's dead now. So this one's going to be another defense here for Na'Vi. Very nice try to Kanara, but great percentage. It's going to be Root Riders for Kazuma with a little Spirit Walk. Nothing out of the ordinary on the equipments. So far, we got a log launcher selected. Alright. RC making our way in. Get through the gear tower. Okay. Biz down to direct her, but the Teslas have got a different idea. Uh-oh. Not off to a good start. The Fox gets her invisible just in time as she starts to fight the king. Headhunter came in but went away immediately. Drops in another invis. Down goes the enemy king. Man, this RC is going off the rails. He wanted her to go down the middle of the base, but she dipped out and she's kind of taking her own path here. It's going to go ahead with a recall. Yoinks her out of there. Keeps the Fox alive for now. Alright, well, let's see how he can fix this, because that obviously wasn't what he wanted. Got a log launcher down the middle. King and queen are in on the bottom side of the base. The Valkyrie to help out. Man, that king's taking so much damage. He's going to go to ability early on here. Earthquake boots open up the walls for the queen. The king struggling to take down the enemy RC. Goes down to Phoenix. Alright, Yeti's out of the log launcher. Down goes the multi-inferno tower. Should be able to grab the monolith with the Yeti mites, and he does. Here we go. Healers are in. Valkyries, Root Riders. This is off to a very rocky start, so he's got to try to recover this. The heroes have not gotten the value that he wanted. See if the Roots can get it done. He's got a lot of spells. He's got the Warden's ability still to use, so he could still definitely make this work. We'll see. Hobson early Warden's ability is going to keep everything protected heading into the Town Hall compartment. Giga Bomb going off. Alright, and then Overgrowth on the backside is going to cover up the Fire Spitter and that Rage Tower and a few other defenses. Pushes the Root Riders up to the right. Super Barbs along the outside, trying to set up the funnel here, take down these Wizard Towers. It's going to help keep the Roots moving to the left, which is exactly where he needs them to go. They can wrap around to the backside of that Fire Spitter before the Overgrowth wears off. Alright, so far so good. Fire Spitter might get a few more shots in here. Looks like it's going for the healers. Rage spell is in. It's going to speed things up a little bit. That is the last spell, so nothing else for him to drop here. We'll see if this was going to be enough. He's got the Tornado Trap spinning things around. It actually just pushes the Root Riders to the Fire Spitter, so that kind of works out in his favor. But the healers are gone. We got a raged up Scatter Shot, and that's going to be it for the Root Riders. They're going to get cooked with all these defenses there. And this is going to be a defense for Boom Academy yet again. And again, it's going to be relatively low percentage compared to what Boom Academy are putting up. Nice try to Kazuma, but it's not looking good for Navi. Boom Academy. It's going to be another long Spirit Walk. A quick look at these. Nothing unusual. We do have a Snake Bracelet on the King, but at this point, that's kind of common. Alright. RC's getting stuck on these heroes here on the top side. It's going to take it forever to get through the King. Luckily, he walks into the Invis. She'll work through the multi-archer tower, make her way to the gear tower. She's going to get stuck on the enemy RC now. She really likes going for the heroes up here on the top side. Now she's going back for the King again. Drops in another Invis. Okay. It's going to redirect her. The boots will finish off the gear tower. Moving on to the Ricochet Cannon. 6 more Invis to use. He's got to go back to back because the Fox did die relatively early. Drops in another. Which way? She's going to keep on going. Nope, he's going to push her back into the core. Drops in another Invis. He's got 3 left to use. He has the Rage spell as well. I'm not sure if he's going to use that for the RC or use it for the Dragons. I think at this point the Dragons would make more sense. But he's just going to let the RC get as much as she can here. There's the last Invis. Okay. Not as much value as the first RC walk we've seen today. But not too bad. See if it was enough. We have 1 Rage for the Dragons to use. What do you have at the top side? Is that a Valkyrie? Looks like it is. Oh, he's got the fire pot on defense. I was like, what's making the little fire effect? Okay, you can't see it because it doesn't move. It's just kind of hiding behind the clan castle there. But we got the little fire spirits or whatever they're called, hopping around and kind of laying down some fire damage. That's very interesting. Okay. I mean, it's kind of getting some DPS onto the King and killing some wizards over here. That's actually not bad. In the meantime, the Dragons making their way into the Town Hall. I'm just kind of keeping an eye on how these little defensive fire sprites are doing. They're going to make their way back over to the King. Looks like some of them went to the Dragons. But they're definitely doing some damage to the wizards and the snakes. So some of these small troops having a little bit of a hard time with these fire spirits. It looks like they're all done now. Okay. That's the first time we've seen that used on offense or defense, and it's defense first. Well, let's see if it was enough to help hold the base. It looks like it is. I mean, we got a monolith in the core that's going to be tough to get to. The Prince still has Phoenix. If he could move off to the right and go for the monolith, I think he still has a chance, but he's not going to do that. That monolith staying up in the core is definitely going to hold, but we also have that scatter shot as well. I said also and as well in the same sentence. Nice. I'm great at English. Nice try, though, to Boom Academy, but again, percentage is going to be very good. This is really close, actually. Like I said, if not for the monolith, this might have been a triple, but time's also a factor, too. But yeah, the monolith holds. Good try, good try. Another 96%. Klaus is in. He's got to show up for his team today, because they are trailing. Let's see. Got the Royal Champion Spirit Walk from the left side. Nothing unusual on equipments. No sneezy. Okay. Their invis down. Working through the ricochet cannon. Invis gets her off the minion prince. She took quite a bit of damage there. That minion prince, once he starts hitting, he does some pretty good chunks of damage. The RC trying to get healed back up by her boots. Of course, they nerfed the healing on the boots, so doesn't do quite as well as it used to, and it wasn't really great to begin with. But he yoinks her out of there with the recall. Queen off to the left. It looks like we got a witch in the CC. Got a poison he can drop for that. There we go. Did he get a full pull, actually? Because I think he can hold 2 witches with 2 ice golems, if I'm not mistaken. There could be another witch or something else in the CC. Oh, well, it could also be that the RC's boots killed one. I think that's the more likely outcome here. Because I don't see how the RC didn't get a full pull there. But here we go. King and Queen from the left side. Got some Root Riders from the bottom side. Log Launcher in behind the heroes. And here we go. We're going to full send all the Root Riders from 6 o'clock. Start making their way into the base. Barbarian King's going to have to go to ability here shortly. Holding it for as long as he can. There we go. Earthquake Boots open up into the core. Spiky Ball bouncing around. That pushes the Queen straight in towards the Monolith compartment. Alright, this hero push is actually looking pretty good. Usually we see these hero pushes fizzle out quickly. But man, that Fire Spitter just did so much damage to the Queen. Alright, Log Launcher opens up. We got Yetis coming out to help support. Did the Queen die? I don't know if that's the main Queen or a clone. I'm not sure if the Queen died or not. But we still have Root Riders on the right side of the base. Still have Yetis. Down goes the Town Hall. Alright, the Queen's definitely dead now. Yetis working their way through the Gear Tower. We still have lots of roots on the bottom. We got Valkyries on the outside. Healers trying to keep everything alive. Does he still have his Royal Champion? I'm not seeing her either. She might have also gone down. Still have a Rage and a Freeze to work with here for the back end of the base. He's probably going to want to freeze around that enemy Queen. There's the Rage leading in. Alright, freeze the enemy Queen in the cannon, maybe? Maybe? Maybe not? There it is. Alright. I like it. We still have the Fox in the mix. I'm not sure what we have except for Root Riders to do damage, though. Because we need something to take out that Queen. I think it's just the Fox. So I think all the Valkyries are gone. The RC's gone. Yeah, it's literally just the Fox supporting the Root Riders. That's not good. Because the Queen doesn't die here. And that's going to be a defense. And it's looking good for Boom Academy as they go into the last round of attacks with the lead. Nice try to Klaus. Alright, well here we go. 9-9. 66.8 to 75.8. Alright, we got the Spirit Walk from the bottom right side of the base. Yet again. We have a giant arrow this time. Okay, very interesting. Also, you don't usually see Rocket Spear with a Spirit Walk either. Okay. Does have the recall, of course, so he will be pulling the Royal Champion out of there after she gets a little bit more value. Grab the Scatter Shot, move over to the right. Now we can let her grab the Expo as well. There we go. Makes that bomb tower invisible. The boots will finish it off anyway. Giant arrow from the bottom side of the base. Okay. Sure. We got a couple of healers, a couple of balloons, and a log launcher. Now, log launcher is going to be able to take advantage of some of that giant arrow damage as well. Earthquake in the core just to help soften up these walls, get everything opened up. That Queen nice pathing in. That Prince beating on the log launcher there, I think it was. He's beating on something, but down it goes. The Queen takes it down. Root Riders from the left. King with a snake bracelet on the far left. And here we go. Full send. Roots down the middle. Queen, looks like does she have Frozen Arrow? Or no, that's Frosty. Every time. The Frosty throws me off. I was going to say, we checked the Queen's equipment. I didn't see Frozen Arrow. But it's the Frosty. Alright. We got Yetis all the way into the middle of the base here. Pulling Poison Towers. Pulling the CC. Oh, we got the Fire... What's it called? Fire Cauldron on defense? Whatever the new troop is called. We got little Fire Spirits hopping around now. Alright, and they're going to be bullying these Yetis as well. Pops the Warden's ability is going to keep everything protected. Root Riders pushing all the way into the Town Hall compartment. Down goes the CC. Down goes that Fire Cauldron guy. Alright, Town Hall's about to drop. Got a few defenses on the backside. It's not looking too bad. If he triples here, they win the match, and this is looking good. Freeze for the Ricochet Cannon. He still has another freeze and an invis to use. King on the top side's gone down to Phoenix. Royal Champion still rolling around. We still have the Queen alive. This is looking great. Down goes the Multi-Inferno Tower on the top side of the base. No major defenses left, and this is going to be a triple and a victory for Boom Academy. Na'Vi can no longer win the match with that 3-star to close things out. Beautifully done here by Boom Academy. Last attack of the match. Na'Vi cannot win, but can Stars wrap it up on a strong note for them? Let's see. We got an early little Tesla there. That's kind of a nuisance for the baby dragon. It actually takes it down. Gonna send a Super Barb to finish it off. There we go. Alright, Royal Champion. Actually, I think because of the Spirit Walks, we're gonna start seeing more Troll Teslas. I don't think it really throws it off that much, though. We have seen a few Troll Teslas, however, in hard mode. I don't think it's going to be too common. That RC just took a ton of damage there. Between the Monolith and the Prince getting a quick shot in, that almost took her out. It's going to go back to back. She runs right out of the invis. This is off to a sketchy start for Stars. Down goes the Poison Tower. He recalls, but it was too late. He recalled nothing. I'm pretty sure. I think he's got an empty recall, but it shows up on his troop bar, so that's a little confusing. But I mean, his RC's right there. She did. Uh-oh. Man, what a rough day for Na'Vi here. Like I said, they're completely strapped into the struggle bus. They're not ready to get off yet. Alright, well, we'll see if he can recover. Hard mode's not forgiving on these mistakes. Not at all. King's stuck on a wall. He's not going to get any value over there. Queen's going to the outside. I don't think that was intended, but here we go with the Root Riders. The Yetis, they're doing a nice job out of the Log Launcher. We have Witches. Okay, Poison Spell on them. Perfect. We'll take them down. The Ice Golems should... Well, they're not going to go down to the Yetis. Warden's ability going off, but I dare say that this is looking like a long shot for a 3-star at this point. He still has Queen's ability and a few spells to use. But he still has that Scatter and that Monolith. He still has that Fire Spitter, Expo, Ricochet Cannon. There's a lot left to get through. Alright, Queen and Root Riders making their way into the Town Hall. I mean, whatever troubles Na'Vi's having, they gotta get it squared away before next month. Because next month, the real game begins. We got golden ticket stuff next month. There we go. Boom Academy wins it 95.8 to 85.2, 12 to 11. And there we go, a great matchup there between two great teams and utilizing that new Snake Bracelet. And if you guys want to see more awesome Town Hall 17 attacks, I recommend checking out this video right here.